Alright, let's do this. We have less than 20 now. The good or bad news, depending on how you look at it, is I have everybody set up. I think I have 18 left now. Yeah, I have everybody, so I don't really need anybody to come in. Which is fine. Again, if anybody does, yeah, I will bump people. Everybody's been randomly picked. It's not that big of a deal. Definitely need to get streaming. And like I said, I might, because I'm doing the suggestion about having like a who's who in the circles. I was actually thinking that having the front be the picture and on the back it has everybody's name on it. Because I would love to get the t-shirt. I'd love to get everybody to sign it. That would be like my dream. Now that I got all the big VTubers off of it. Yeah, the ones that are, you know, I don't know when, but it was one of these things. I talked about the parasocial relationship, and I came into this not thinking that this is a parasocial relationship. I was thinking this was like a meeting, and you know, I'm part of the group, you know, the family, the community, all this stuff that they pretend is happening. Mostly before these, all the VTubers, I literally watched the meteoric rise of almost all of them. But the connection that I was able to make with them is like, that's the connection that I want. But changed my view. I don't know if I should say who said it, but they literally went on there and said, we have a parasocial relationship. To her community. And I ranted about that. I was like going, this isn't like watching The Weather Girl or a female news anchor and getting obsessed with it and thinking that, you know, because they're talking to us about the news or the weather, that we have this imaginary relationship. You know, Billie Jean, there's a song about a woman who had this imaginary relationship with Michael Jackson. That's the song. That's what the song's about. That's what I thought a parasocial relationship was. I mean, it really is just stalking. But it's having this imaginary relationship with a person. And I set forth that, you know, we have communication. We're talking to each other. This isn't parasocial. I'm not imagining these conversations. I'm not imagining, you know, what's going on. And as time went on, I realized that I wasn't an individual to them. It wasn't even a question of like inner circle, outer circle, you know, the fringe. You know, and which circle are you in? It literally was, they treated chat as an entity, as one singular person that they're having a conversation with. This is entertainment. That's it. Yeah. After they shut off the stream, they went back to whatever their private life was. I'm starting to believe that's the reason why playing games online is such a big thing. I don't want us to have a parasocial relationship. I don't. It's one of the reasons why I encourage comments. Most people who are monetized on YouTube, they get better. They get better standing, I should say, on YouTube, with people making lots of comments in the comments below. And obviously it helps with more viewers, because most viewers probably don't comment. I don't comment on every video I watch on YouTube. But where I'm at in YouTube after 4 years, almost 4 years. I haven't had my 4th year anniversary yet. don't get better standing. My videos don't get sent all over the place and stuff like that. You know, when I saw that I got like 1,000, I forgot what it's called, where I showed up in the advertising, you know, at the end of a video when I showed up the lock, and I got 1,000. I thought, wow, I got 1,000 of those. Most people aren't going to click out of, you know, the 10 choices that they got my video. In fact, I'm at less than a percent, a lot less than a percent. And the main group of viewers that watch my videos are not my subscribers. My subscribers make up, I think it was almost at 2% of the people who view my videos. Which is the reason why I don't get up in arms or anything like that over the fact that people who view my videos see it only for 4 seconds. Because what happens is that I got put into that loop for the next video, and they didn't have a chance to, after watching whatever video they were watching, to shut me off. I just casually got on there and they changed the video as soon as it started. That's most of my viewers. That's most of my viewers. So, impressions. I remembered it. When I had 1,000 impressions for a video, I thought that was like great. It's like, that's like nothing. Yeah, out of the 1,000 impressions, you know, I'm probably getting, you know, maybe like 5 or 6 people having either the impression just automatically go through, or there's an or they clicked on it, and I'm sorry about the clickbait, because obviously it's not what they were expecting when they clicked on that video. And every once in a while, and like I said, it flips me out all the time. It really does. I'm always, it's a pleasant surprise, and it is amazing when somebody I go into somebody else's video and I'm commenting below, and they all of a sudden say, like, I love your morning commutes. I'm still surprised, because the analytics doesn't seem to reflect that. Or when I get a comment, oh my god, when I get a comment, it's like, you know, the world opens up type of thing. You know, it's like, human contact, I got it. It's my lifeblood. It's what actually keeps me going. And that is amazing. That is absolutely 100% amazing. to never not be. But getting back to the parasocial relationship, like I have to, come to terms with the fact that for most viewers, I have a parasocial relationship with you. This is my imagined relationship. There are, and I will definitely say it, I have made a lot of friends. A lot of really close friends. Close friends that I would hang out with and I would, do things with, and I would, if we were neighbors, I'd be that annoying neighbor over their house all the time. In that respect, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. Even though I have a low subscriber rate, it's fine. I think after the first year, I think I only had 50. I think I only had 50 after the first year. 50 subscribers, and somebody actually commented to me, they're like going, why is this your main? You do much better with Twitch. You've actually earned money with Twitch, which I have. Why don't you focus more on Twitch than on YouTube? I have to say, I've never abandoned YouTube. I've never abandoned this. My grand experiment. Which I think that, I don't think that I've ever talked about this, but I might have. I don't know. I give everything a year. 1 year. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Every now and again, like Warhammer or something like that would get back in my radar, and I'd break out all my, my thousands of orcs. Play it again. I would get the new codexes and figure out how this is, because they changed a lot of things. Now they're like so big on squig-offs now. I haven't kept up. I don't have a lot of squig-offs, so I have a lot of squigs, but I don't have a lot of squig-offs. One of the things that went back in the day, before 3D printers were like commonplace, I wanted to get a 3D printer, and I wanted to design and make my own works. 40K basically fell apart, I still wanted to play my orcs, and created my own game. Because that's how I roll. of the factions in Gene Splicers was Slimes. In fact, they're like they were supposed to be like the baseline faction, the baseline group that all the other groups were based on. And the reason I invented this game is so that people could have whatever figures, whatever they wanted, bought, created, and they could be a part of Gene Splicers. They don't have to have a lot of background sets. It could actually just be set up by books and regular supplies, because everything is 1-to-1. The 2 inches height that most figures are would have been a 1-to-1 deal in relationship size. Because basically the idea was to have be genetically modified and genetically made. That's the background of the game. Genetically modified and genetically made these creatures, which is the reason why Slimes was the base. And you had your groups, and you basically pit them against each other. You didn't have to just fight. It could be exactly what Warhammer ended up being, which is everybody fights and stuff like that. But you could have racing games. You could have what do you call them? Quests, objectives, things like that. Behind it was that it's how far your imagination can take you. That was the whole idea of the game. Post-apocalyptic, or future, not taking place in the year 40,000. Where the universe is completely, kind of devastated by war. Nothing like that. None of that had anything to do with it. It takes place now in this time, and there's basically this goop, provided entertainment. And that's the idea behind it. That was the idea behind the game. And yes, we can do just straight fighting. We could do 1-on-1. We can do 10-on-1, 10-on-10. It didn't make it. It could have been anything. And the idea was that the stats chart was just basically like a ratings thing. How well things were made and stuff like that. If it was hardy or not hardy. You could set those limits, and you can have them being kind of like on equal footing, like the point systems in other games. And yeah, there was dice, lots of dice. But yeah, that's how it worked. And weakest creature could hurt the strongest creature, just unlikely. And the strongest creature could miss the weakest creature. Unlikely, but just have to get the dice in your favor. But there's always a chance. And one of the things I had going was I made the dice forever be in your favor. I love the game. I wanted to market it. I still put on Throne, a 3D printer. And I probably have to check it. I probably have to look into where 3D printers are now, because they might have advanced so much further than the last time I did that. I might have to check it, upgrade the Throne. But the 3D printer is the thing. One of the early playing withs that I did, I called it Desolation because of where the game was at the time. And I used my orcs and I showed what could be. To say, I had a lot of fun doing it. It's one of those things that one would be better with a lot of other people. It would be definitely better as a tournament. Things about it is that if you have a big enough board, you could have all 10 people on the board at the same time. It could definitely work that way. All right. Thank you for watching. Like I said, you are everything to me. And I'm learning. I can learn. I can be taught. And if if you have a thought about, parasocial relationships, or even what you see as our relationship, you're just brand new and you came into this and you're like going, what is he talking about? Ask that. That's great. And if you don't know what to ask, just put cool beans in the comments below, just so I know you're around. That would be great. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. I got Cuda all dressed up for winter, so so take care.